everybody. Today I will share with you eight books is a special book. Is the time at special book is Buddhism storybook. And today I will read and you will listen. Listen carefully what I read, okay? This is storybook Fighting for Existence. Take Chen Kwang. Fighting for Existence. Now let's get started at the first page. Before we study about the story, English story, we should look at the phrasal verb and some information. For example, now listen. I will share with you and I will read and your words, okay? Dear venerable monks, nuns, and fellow Buddhists, as well as local government officials at Nong Kong. During our visits at Hanlong Temple in Nong Kong, Chanhua today, we would like to share some Buddhist Dharma with you. Most religions in the world endorse a fundamental belief in being a good person and living a righteous life. Upon deeper examination, Buddhism just at felt basis on wisdom and the governing law of karma. When taking refuge in the three jewels of Buddhism, the Buddha, the Sangha, and the Dharma, Buddhists must conduct their lives according to Pharisees, with the first two underscored as the vow to not intentionally kill or harm any sentient being, the vow to not covet or steal another person's property. These basic principles speak volumes of our humanity while conveying a deep respect for life and property in our ecosystem. Therefore, today we are going to discuss some crucial ethical issues concerning the topic of fighting for existence. Based on the above principles, the struggles for existence unveiled an astonishingly distinctive picture of life. In order to live, we must kill and consume their other living organisms in our environment. We know that life is fueled by the energy of other life. We have to consume the lives of others, such as those of fish, poultry, and cattle. We are forced into the position of being exterminator of the sea and land inhabitants of fish, chickens, cows, and so on. This is true even in this case of vegetarians, who may say that I don't eat meat, I only eat vegetables. Vegetables also have life. The botanical life of plants, all of this leads to the same dilemmas of sacrificing other living organisms in order to sustain our own lives. This is indeed a cruel law of nature. Our presence on this earth inevitably means that we are being swept away by a brutal reality, the annihilation of other lives in order to preserve our own. Supposedly, prior to being born into the world, we were asked the question: in order to be born and survive in this world, you must kill other living beings. Would you consent to this? We could probably give a definitive no for an answer. We do not want to be born into this world where we have to kill in order to survive. This momentous question was never posed to us. We mistakenly went for a joyride and took in the scenic beauty on earth. It was only after birth that we recognized the ill-fated dilemma into which we have gotten ourselves. During our lifespan, have we ever calculated the countless number of lives that were sacrificed on our behalf? The motion of scream, beheaded fish, or slashed turtles, chicken, squid we consumed, the joy rides that we took turned into a bloodshed battle of flesh. As we face it as a horrific stroke, our science carves the despicable picture of unmerciful killing of other science beings for our sole benefits. Sure ended, all species in the animal kingdom are subject to the same principle of survival as the fittest. Big fishes, small fish, as part of life's rudimentary operation. An innocent bird frolicking on dew-dipping branches, chirping an early morning carol, depict and picture of a peaceful and ancient life. Such freedom may be carved by all. In actuality, the bird is not as carefree and light-hearted as we may think. It's constantly hunting for its next meal as a form of burrowing worm hiding under a blanket of leaves budding on ephemeral puppies. The startlingly speak with their devious eyes skillfully strip the leaf, searching for their helpless victim in order to snatch and swallow a leaf and swallow alive and defenseless creatures. Huh. There are no other species on the earth that can be held accountable for more blatant thievery from nature than Homo sapiens. For example, some animal is always leaves on fruits of certain trees, extracting the nectar or pollen and living in the tree extract. Compared to some human beings grow in early tree and fruits and flowers of Mother Nature, but they will go on to chop down branches and chop for their furniture and finally uproot the remaining trees for their good. Our exploitation of trees does not end in food sources, herbal medicines, combustible materials, or fertilization, but instead using wood extensively in decoration. We derive police farm creating columns, solar table, chairs, bed, ratchet houses, and some else. Out of good, we shape good into exotic sculptures, either in landscaping, luxurious armchair for living room, lifelike statues in buildings, and giant planters along sidewalks and inside life. This family in no time as a reverence for nature. However, is shocking and alarming. Those one that may lead to extinction of our species. Three ancestry archaeologists have excavated giant ignored bones and skulls. There were some species died that is others, to our fellow human beings. Number 2, to bring peace and happiness to all other earthly creatures. Number 3, to protect and preserve this ecosystem. Now listen and repeat. Part of the self-conservation principle is to commit to 3 worldly goals. Number 1, to bring peace and happiness to our fellow human beings. Number 2, to bring peace and happiness to all other earthly creatures. Number 3, to protect and preserve the ecosystem. There are the 3 basic building blocks of the pathway to enlightenment. Now, good karma. Good karma begins with a more selective daily food menu, one which minimizes killing and lessens adverse karmic pillars. One is right. There are 3 set food, okay? As you can see, there are 3 set food choices.